So the next feature code that I'm going to add is to account for any areas. So if we take a look again at our PDF, we've got sidewalk. We're going to have some sod and some seed areas. Maybe you've got mulch area, what your heavy duty asphalt is. Maybe you want to know the area, the building footprint, anything you want to measure an area of. You can basically use a line code as well. I mean, that's going to be acceptable. So if I wanted to, I could use a line code, but I want to demonstrate the area code as well. Doesn't really make any difference in Siteworks and how you collect the data. It's just when you get more advanced processing of the data in Business Center, you're going to see the advantages of using or setting up that type of an area feature code versus a linear code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, again, another category. So I'm just going to right click and do new category. And in this case, I could call this hardscape, or I'm just going to call it paving areas. And within that category, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to create a new polygon feature definition versus a line definition. The name, it will be the same. Let's do we'll do it heavy concrete. And, for the code, we'll just call it HC, we could call it conc actually. Now let's do HCON, right? You can put a C in there as well. So basically heavy concrete, or again, the code is up to you. So maybe heavy concrete. So for the code, you could do HC if you wanted to. You just want to make sure that these codes are unique, right? So, maybe I do, heavy, CN for heavy concrete. But I'm just going to do heavy CONC for heavy concrete. The layer, again, I'm the same thing. I'll hit my space bar and I'm going to come in here and do an ASB dash heavy concrete. We'll give it a color. So let's go ahead for concrete. I like using cyan. We don't have to, we'll keep the line weight the way it is at 0. We'll protect it and we'll put it into the proper group. I'm going to click close. And then again, down here for the points, I'm just going to set that to that layer, which is my as-built points. Okay. The rest of this information is all good. I don't have to make any adjustments. Now we'll come back and we will do these label styles. This is an advanced feature, but for what we're going to show you here, I'm not going to worry about that. We'll come back and modify those later on. So now I'm going to come over here. Same thing, I got heavy concrete. I'm going to right click and I'm going to do another one, new polygon feature, and we'll call this one, light concrete. So maybe that code be similar, which would be LCONC. And then the layer, same thing, right? We're going to create a new layer. We're going to call it ASB dash light concrete. And maybe we set that to be a little bit different color, maybe aquamarine, protect it, and then same group. All right. Close that. We'll change the layer here, points, and now we've got light concrete. And you can see the icon is a little bit different. So we also may do something like, in this case, I'm going to create another category here, and we're going to name this one landscape areas. And I'm going to create a new polygon for this, which is going to be, we'll call it sod. And the code, we can just use sod as well, right? So maybe the name is sod area. And then the layer, same thing. So you can just see it's repetitive now once you get these. So I'm going to actually record all these, but you can skip ahead and just make whatever you want, you know, for your particular project. So I'm just going to call this sod. Call it sod area. And I'm going to give that let's do that a little medium green there. Same thing here. We're just putting this in the as-built group. And click close. And for this, again, we're just going to put it on that points layer. Okay. Now we may have another one. So new polygon. We'll call this seed area. And for that one, we're just going to call it seed. Okay. And I like using all caps. It kind of helps. So just kind of a standard. It's not required, but typically what I would do. So same thing here. I'm going to make this another area, A as B. Now, if I didn't care, I just wanted to know how much sod and seed total was out there, I could put these on one layer. But if you want to report these individually, you want to make sure that they're on separate layers, because that's how the reporting is going to be applied. So I'm just going to choose green here. And same thing, we'll protect it. And we'll go to as built, and I'll click close to that. Go ahead and set the point layer to points. And we've got some landscape areas. So we've got some landscape areas, some paving areas, some curbing. The next thing we will show you is how to create points. So to collect things like water valves, gas valves, light poles, you name it. Okay.